Hey there, it's Strutter. Today's the 9th of September, a Monday, 2013. And I just want to note that the US Mint has updated their numbers today. And as it is a Monday, that was kind of unexpected. I thought they were going to stop reporting on Mondays because there are 5 Mondays in this month, meaning they have to report 5 times if they stick to that pattern. So we'll see how it goes as the month progresses. But anyhow, they did update today, and I would like it if they updated another 3 full times this month. That would be great. But anyhow, we are sitting at 1.14 million sold so far in September. And that brings the yearly total up to about 34.2 and change million ounces. And we can see how that compares to past years. Right here, this is a redrawing of this chart. You've seen this before, but I have redone it a little bit. It does still go back to 2000. As you can see, we were sitting right around 10 million per year from 2000, 2001, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then something happened with the global financial crisis in 2008. People started buying silver. In fact, they bought twice as much. And it was up to 20,000 the very next year, which is a pretty big jump. Up to 30,000 the year after, 35,000 by 2010, and 40,000 at the peak here in 2011. That's when the price spiked at $50 an ounce. But the story didn't end, because as the price came down in 2012, yeah, demand came down a little bit, but wow, still 33 million or so? That's incredible compared to the past. And if you want to look at 2013, that's where the real story is, because we're only 69% of the year, but we have already passed 2012, and we are now surpassing 2010 with these recent numbers being added right now. So the only thing to take out now is that 40 million from 2011, and that's going to happen within a couple of months. And so there's all that way, and I think we're going to end up at 45 to 47 million for the year, an all-time record, despite the price being even lower than it was in 2012. That's the Drutter divergence. I get asked the question a fair bit, and I see other people asking others this question, and I see even the media postulating this question. Is the long-term silver and gold bull market over? And when people say that, they're asking about the market that has been in an increase ever since about 2001. And precious metals are in there along with some other commodities, but my expertise is in precious metals. So I'll give you my opinion on that, and please take it as opinion. This is not investment advice. This isn't personalized investment advice, especially. I don't even know who's going to watch this video, so I can't personalize it. This is just opinion. And there's a few different ways I would go about answering that question. I would come at it from one of 3 possible angles. One is supply and demand. All markets that deal in something real, like silver and gold, can be looked at from supply and demand. And we have done a lot of talking about especially demand on this channel. We have a pretty good understanding of where demand is, and we know demand is up. Okay, how up is it? Is it up double? Is it up triple? Is it up quadruple? That doesn't really matter. We know that demand is up significantly in the past few years. So if it were only about demand, then I would say the price is just going to continue going up, because when demand goes up, price goes up. Now, we don't have accurate numbers on supply. The mines are very secretive. We don't know exactly how much silver is being made, but I would say it's roughly similar to last year, and that's probably roughly similar to the year before. Some years we make more silver, some years we mine a little less silver, some years we recycle a bit more, some a little bit less, etc. But that supply number, it does fluctuate, but it is probably reasonably stable. And so if we were to assume that supply is reasonably stable and demand is increasing, I would probably say that the price would increase. But there's a monkey wrench, of course, and that is that the silver price is determined not by supply and demand. Unfortunately, that's almost an afterthought in this market. The silver price is determined electronically through the supply and demand of an unlimited and manipulated fund, which has almost no correlation with physical silver whatsoever. So I don't think we can answer that question with supply and demand. 2, the fundamentals. And this is something that people are pretty big on, and I'm pretty big on. The fundamentals. For example, are people waking up to the idea that gold and silver have always been money? Yes. Are people tired of corruption? Yes. Is the banking system just as messed up as it was in 2001? Absolutely, it's even worse. Is debt still a problem in 2013 as it was in 2001? I think yes. I think, in fact, debt is even more of a problem. At the end of this month, September, we are going to have to talk, at least in the US, are going to talk about raising that debt limit again above 17 trillion because we've been sitting at that limit for 3 months and the debt hasn't moved because we've been using extraordinary measures just to get the bills paid. I mean, they're scrounging under couch cushions. They're not paying people. They're taking back the pop cans. And that ends at the end of September. And so either something has to happen there or the US is going to default, the government's going to disappear, etc. Not going to happen. So that debt limit is going to be raised. The markets. Are the markets fundamentally healthy? Well, the markets are certainly up. The Dow Jones is essentially at an all-time high today, way back over 15,000 again, and pushing for 16. So you could say that the market is healthy, but where did that money come from? Is that mom and pop investing in companies they believe in, that are American companies or Canadian companies that are, growing the economy, bringing jobs, all that kind of stuff? I don't feel that that's the case, but I'll leave that with you. In short, I don't think that the fundamentals are saying that gold and silver are going to go down anytime soon. What's something else that's a fundamental? War. Are we at a perpetual state of war? Yeah, we are at a perpetual state of war. I don't think that's changing. So there's nothing in the fundamentals for gold and silver that say that they should go down now, that the bull market is over, that because we hit a magical level of 50, that the silver price can just go down and down and down, and then no one else wants any, and it becomes very cheap again, and it's just gone back to $4, and the bull market's over. I don't see that with the fundamentals. I really don't. But maybe you think the fundamentals have changed. Maybe here in, April or May of 2001 when we hit $50 and started to come down. I believe that was the same day that bin Laden was killed again. Maybe you think that that second time that he was killed means that the bull market's over. If you believe that, maybe give your opinions below for why you think that. But I don't think that that date had any significance really for silver and gold. I don't think that the world markets have changed. I don't think that, say, India and China, for example, are going to stop buying gold and silver, which they have been doing for thousands of years. The fundamentals to me haven't changed. So if you're going to ask me the question, is the bull market over, and all I can look at are the fundamentals, I will say absolutely no. No, no, and no. And lastly, number 3, we can look at technical analysis. Look at the chart. And I've put up a chart here. This is the chart from 2001 at the very left and bottom there, all the way up to today, right there. This is a logarithmic chart. If you don't know what a logarithmic chart is, go and look up that word, L-O-G-A-R-I-T-H-M-I-C, logarithmic. And it's a type of chart essentially that shows percentage moves, not price moves. So this move from, say, here to here is from approximately 50 to 25, and from here to here is from 25 to 0. So as you can see, this is not a price chart, this is a logarithmic chart. And what is this chart telling you? Is this chart telling you that silver went up gradually to 50 and since then is going like that? Maybe so. Maybe do you see something else in this chart? Do you see perhaps a top, a consolidation period, a new top, consolidation period, a new top, a consolidation period, a new top, and then perhaps a consolidation period? Maybe. Or perhaps you see this as more of a channel. Is silver moving up gradually over time with some highs and some lows in there? That's what it looks like to me. In summary, to answer the question, is the gold and silver bull market over? We can look at three things. One, supply and demand, but we can see that's not going to answer the question. We can look at fundamentals, and in my opinion, the fundamentals are just as good or even better for gold and silver as they were in 2001. Or we can look at the price chart. This is the price that silver and gold is trading at on the market over the past 12 years. To me, that's not looking like it's over. In fact, it's looking like an excellent time to buy. But hey, that's just my opinion. I'd like to hear yours.